Hi, everyone. Okay, so today the light is hitting the lens of the camera a little funny. We just had a snowstorm, and there's a lot of light outside. So, and around this time of day, it does that. But okay, so today I am discussing. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Today I'm discussing the Nine of Spades. Okay, you can see this card. It's kind of interesting card. You see that? And today's January 5th. It's the Nine of Spades day. And the other days that are Nine of Spades are March 1st and February 3rd. And that is between sunrise of those dates and sunrise the next day. Okay? And so the reason I'm doing Nine of Spades, and I decided to start doing these card readings or these card videos again, is because the Nine of Spades is my birth card. Today's not my birthday, but it is my birth card. And as a birth card, the Nine of Spades is a loner. It basically corresponds to the Hermit in the tarot. And it's also, it's the end of life. Basically, all nines are kind of the end of something and making a divine connection to that suit. And spades happen to be life, or they're the life inside of us, the fire element, okay? The spark of life. And it has to do with our own health, physical health, and psychological, emotional, and spiritual health. So all spades are in more or less about getting healthier in all of those areas that I mentioned. And more or less they're more of the type of people who like to deal with problems. They focus on the self. A Nine of Spades is a person who makes a divine connection to life, and that can be with empathizing with other people's pain. That's a very big Nine of Spades aspect of that card. Okay, and people who are born under this card will realize the specialness of health, mental, psychological, and physical, including the lacks they have and the efficiencies they have. And you also can come to realize the uniqueness and specialness of every human being, including yourself. And that means that you are, that you really recognize within people the great things and all the things that makes them awkward or weird, all of their psychological hang-ups, including all of those things, and how everyone is very unique in what they have gone through in their lives, and their hopes and dreams that they hold on to, their resentments they hold on to, all of those types of things. A Nine of Spades can develop their own unique ways of becoming healthier and developing a stronger physical body, developing a very strong psychological makeup and outlook. Okay. And then another thing about the Nine of Spades, in nature, it represents a dead tree. And when you see a dead tree, there's not a lot of branches. There's no leaves to give people shade or fruits for people to come under and pick. And so what that means is, when you see a dead tree burning, it can burn for days upon days upon days. So there's a lot of energy in that tree, but that energy is being withdrawn inside of the person, or the tree, the person. Their energy is they still have a lot, but it's all concentrated inside of them. So they tend to be more loners. And they're not really very social people. And they're focusing on the processes that's going on inside of them. That's not to say that they don't make friends or they aren't in relationships. It just means that their focus is more on becoming stronger and better people within themselves. Okay. And they are very aware of their own pains and their own emotional traumas, so they can really empathize with those things in others. Okay. And being alone can be very fulfilling for these people. So it's kind of an interesting card. There's, who else is a Nine of Spades? Marilyn Manson is a Nine of Spades. Paramahansa Yogananda is a Nine of Spades, and I'm a Nine of Spades. So, it runs the gamut. There's all types of people that are Nine of Spades, but it's just, it's the end of a cycle of the spade suit. It's the epitome of what physical life and being here on this earth creates inside of us. Okay. Now, there's a path you are walking. This is called the ecliptic card. It corresponds to the 10th house cusp in astrology. And the 10th house cusp, of course, is the career usually, but it's the house of karma. It's basically your actions you perform over and over again every day. And usually for most people, that's their career or their job, their work. But for some people don't work, they work in other ways. They take care of children at home, or, like if you're a homeless person, what do you do all day? You kind of roam around, I guess, and, or, make sure you have shelter, or, sit around a fire or look for food. That's your karma. That's what your actions you're doing all day. So anyway, this ecliptic card for the 10 of Spades is the 4 of Spades. And so the 9 of Spades, their ecliptic card is the 4 of Spades. So, so you're walking this path of discovering security in your own individuality. And, that means security in your physical, emotional, and psychological health. So you meet with experiences or you do actions that build up this sense of strong security in your own self. Okay? It's another spade, so it's another card of focusing on the self. And the number 4 is security. That's what number 4 means. And spades are the self. So security in myself. And the stability of your emotional and physical centering increases at a slow and gradual pace throughout your life. 4s are very slow and gradual, and they build step by step. They do not make big jumps and leaps. Those are more for 3, 5s, and 7s. They make the big jumps. Things happen very quickly for them, and then they kind of stay constant for a while, and then they make another big jump. With a 4, it's slow and gradual. Okay? So slowly and gradually you become more secure in yourself. And you develop this psychological toughness and health over time on a gentle slope. So you're on a stable road. Now that's the path you're walking. Then you have, what they call the initiating force. And this happens to be the Uranus card, the Jack card. And this is all about what makes you unique, what is flowing through you in ever new ways, the energy flowing through you in ever new ways, and kind of what you begin in your life, the beginnings, the new things that come into your life. That's the Jack card or the Uranus card. That's also what Uranus means. Uranus usually means something new, kind of like the sun. They're very much on the same wavelength. But that new thing just comes out of who you naturally are. Okay, you realize something new about yourself, and that card for the 9 of Spades is the 10 of Hearts, and the 10s are they run the gamut of the entire suit, And they're also a card of constancy because they embody the entire suit, the 1 through 9. So they embody the suit of hearts, which is making connections with people, either people, with nature, animals, or God, or, whatever your chosen deity or spiritual path is, making a very strong emotional connection to that thing. Also, it's making connections to art and music, the expressions of emotion. Okay? So you're very multi-dimensional with your ability to make these types of connections, to make these emotional connections. And what is unique about you is you can swim in the water of the hearts. The hearts represent the cups in the tarot, but it's just basically water in the emotional realm. And, you have a very strong ability to feel all types of emotions and make connections with all types of people and have all different kinds of feelings about other people. So that's also a very good card to have on that Uranus card. Now, the Neptune card is also called the Queen card. It's in the Queen position in the 13 card spread, or in the Cards of Truth spread. And the Queen card or the Neptune card is called the Developing Transforming Force. The Queens are developers. They take something and they develop it into something even better or something more beautiful. Or if they can make it into something that causes a lot of problems. But the Queen is basically kind of like when you're pregnant, you take a small little seed and grow it into a human being. Okay. So they can take a lot of, it's a card that's something you develop over time throughout your life. Okay. And for a 9 of Spades, that's the 10 of Diamonds. So what you're developing in this life is a multi-dimensional approach to increasing your material resources and your valuable skills. That's what the Diamond suit is about. Financial, material resources and skills that will bring you resources. Okay, skills that are considered valuable. And you'll develop this ability to take something of obvious value and turn it into something of returnable value, or something that you can see you can get more rewards for. And you're developing this throughout your life. Okay? And you have the potential of great value to yourself and the world. Usually these people are extremely busy throughout their life developing different skills and different avenues of earning potential. Okay? And usually over time you develop the respect, status, and wealth that you're desiring, unless there are other factors in the birth spread that really inhibit those things. Okay? So the 10 of Diamonds denotes constancy of value, or of creating value. Now the destructive force is Pluto. Okay, the Plutonian card, the card that destroys. And Pluto is also, or the Pluto card, the Pluto position is also called the King position, or the King card. And this is this is the card that changes you internally. Usually something about this card makes you let go of things in your life, or things leave your life. Okay? And so for a 9 of Spades, that's the 8 of Spades. And the 8 of Spades is a card of feeling limited and feeling stuck. It usually is a card of, where you have to go to the doctor or you go to the hospital. There's something wrong with you physically or internally, and you can't do what you want to do because of a health issue. It's also the card of, there's something wrong psychologically or emotionally, and you have to work through it before you can move forward in your life and your relationships. And it's a card of the inner journey. Okay, so usually when we feel stuck, we take an inner journey. We look within. We try to go within and try to find something in ourselves that is going to satisfy us or give us a feeling like we're not stuck. Okay, that we actually have everything we need. Okay, but it does denote some form of limitation on a person, and it has to do with their self, either physical, emotional, or psychological. And through the force of this inner journey that you take with the Nine of Spades, you release old and worn out ideas about yourself and the world. Okay, you go through a Plutonian death of sorts and release a lot of things that are no longer needed in your life and are no longer serving you in your life. And a lot of times people don't want to let go of certain things in their lives and, or things leave in their lives that they were really dependent upon, but it's your higher self basically telling you that, this thing needs to go. It's no longer, it's not part of your evolution anymore. Okay. So that's how that works. The Nine of Spades person can, if they have certain problems in their lives or certain addictions or unhealthy attachments, if they really turn within and, they'll realize they can easily let those things go. Also, this Eight of Spades, you may feel stuck in a particular place and you may feel like, you can't leave this place or, prison or the hospital or even, just where you live, the financial circumstances, you can't leave like you want. And then you also turn within and find happiness in where you are. Okay. So that's it for today. That's the Nine of Spades, January 5th for today. And I'm going to continue to make, more videos about the cards. Each card I'm going to go through. Also, if you're interested, I have written out, every card, every birth card and the path and the Jack, King, and Queen cards and what they mean on my website, if you want to check that out. And then my next videos, astrology videos, I'm going to talk a lot about, the next one's going to be about the 5th and 8th house and how very similar they are and how they really can help us through, hard times in our lives, without using the conventional or modern, psychology, which I, am kind of, wary of I just don't really like it. I don't think it works. So, and I've tried to find an answer to some of these things through astrology. And I came up with the 8th and the 5th house. So that's going to be a big video. So anyway, stay tuned for that. And thank you for watching. Bye.